be a revelation to make a Whitney trying to conceive journey. What is up? It is one half of the awesome couple. Super different video because haven't been here in a while, right? And there's a lot happening in life in general for everyone, so that's exciting. So yeah, trying to see how I want to start this and say this. Well, first, to let you guys know, Anthony is coaching a football game right now. I'm just trying to see how I want to present this type of information to the channel, because I think we might do like some revamping as we go on this wonderful new journey that we've actually been on for a little bit, but I'll get into details about that. But what I want to say, I know my lips are dry. I need to get some chapstick. 1 second. That's better. My lips were so dry. But yeah, like I was saying, this wonderful journey that we've kind of been on for a long time. It's been very emotional, very bodily draining, all that. Yeah, so last year we got married in November 14th. It's almost already been 1 year. So exciting. But we got married November 14th and we were like, okay, let's have kids. We're ready to embark on this motherhood and fatherhood parenting journey. Let's go ahead and start at the beginning of the year. So we were like, okay, let's do that. This was like a decision we had made on our honeymoon. Like, all right. And I had already kind of, wanted to start a family because I had stopped my birth control in like June. So it had already kind of been like a half of a year that had been out my system, and we were like, okay, ready to start trying. Cool. But fast forward, we were like, okay, January's here. Let's make a baby. And we did all that wonderful stuff, and I actually tried an ovulation kit the first time, and it didn't work properly. Let's say that. It did not work properly. It never said that I ovulated. It never gave me that peak reading. I'll have to go into that in another video. But it was like telling me I didn't ovulate. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe next time. 2 weeks later, boom. Your girl was pregnant. Like, I say was because you guys know where this is going. But boom, your girl was pregnant. Happened, so fast. I just couldn't believe it. Anthony couldn't believe it. Our parents couldn't believe it. Boom. Sister couldn't believe it. Everyone close to us could not believe it. And I was like, wow. Mind you, I was thinking about buying one of those bracelets that it's like $600 to see when it was going to check when my body did it, like, ovulation and everything by itself without having to pee on those ovulation sticks and everything. But I got pregnant. That was fast, and it was fast, and sadly it was short-lived because I think at like 5 weeks, 4 days, I started to have a miscarriage. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. That was just very traumatizing. And I was like, okay, I need to give myself a break and let my body just gonna do what it's gonna do for a little bit. So we were like, okay, we're not gonna try for a little bit. Like, first miscarriage, never in a million years would even think that I would have miscarriage. I know, like, I'm overweight and everything, but I was, fairly young, kind of healthy. But yeah, and I had actually lost weight because I was 325 pounds before, like, in September of last year. And then I started to lose weight, and then I've actually dropped to 282. And I was like, okay, great. This is awesome. But yeah, I had a miscarriage 2 weeks later after I found out, and it was just very traumatizing mentally, emotionally, physically, all of those illies. It was just horrible. I was like, all right, it's time to take a break. Anthony's like, okay, yeah, let's just do it. Take a break. So all right, maybe we'll try like for your birthday or something. So fast forward, we took that nice break, went on my girls trip with my girls. That was in May. So this is like a nice long span. We were not even like gonna try. And then June comes around. All right, it's my birthday month. Let's see if I can get a wonderful birthday gift. And I'm going to actually try this time. And I tried on, when I say try, I mean like get the stick, the ovulation kits, pee on the stick. And this time, yeah, I did try it. But I got different ovulation kits than that clear blue. Do not get the clear blue. Ladies, if you're trying, do not get a clear blue ovulation kit because, boom, that's the one I found out I was pregnant, but it never said I was ovulating. I got these ovulation kits that you pee on from Amazon. And if you're trying, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Which one is, I think it was Pre-Mom. I got the Pre-Mom ovulation kit. And it came with like 20 ovulation sticks and 20 pregnancy test sticks and everything. And you know what? Pause. I'm not going to say I didn't try because I think we did try because that's February. I lost and had the miscarriage. I think we were like, okay, March, April. I don't know. I think somewhere in between there, I think we maybe tried and I was like, oh, these things aren't working. Let me just throw them in the trash. Because I didn't get the ovulation kit in June. I know I got that before then. But I tried them. And I was like, oh, this isn't working. It's too much to pee on these sticks all the time. Too much. But since I was like, okay, for my birthday, I'm going to actually try pee on the sticks when I'm supposed to, twice a day. Do it correctly. Boom, boom, boom. Also, in between this, I'm also taking my prenatal vitamins too. But I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try for real. And I'm going to eat pineapple chunks because I heard it's supposed to be good for you. I was just doing all my research and I was like, okay, yes, let's try this. We were definitely doing a lot of baby dancing for the birthday week. And come around, matter of fact, it was Father's Day. And I was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so cool if I could tell Anthony that he is going to be a dad on Father's Day? But I was like, no, I'm not gonna take no pregnancy test because I'm probably not pregnant. I don't feel different or anything. And the day after, my dad was down too. I was like, oh, this would be great because my dad's down from Maryland. All my family was here. And the day after Father's Day is when I found out I was pregnant again. But again, it was short-lived because 3 days later, I was having another miscarriage. And I was like, okay, this is just too much. I'm just gonna... I'll be right back. Okay, I'm good now. But yeah, second miscarriage. It was like, no way, could this be happening? Like, what is wrong with me? Let me get myself together. And we were like, but we're just not gonna try any more this year. We're just gonna let the powers that be and just not try more and protect ourselves and do whatever we need to for that. We're not gonna do no more. So moving into July, nobody's trying anything. I'm not tracking anything. I'm not peeing on those sticks. Put those ovulation kits in the back of the closet. But my skin disorder was acting up. So I have a skin disorder too. I just need to make a whole bunch of videos. This might not even be an awesome couple video. This might just be a revelation to make a Whitney trying to conceive journey. Just wasn't trying in July. But yeah, my skin disorder. I was having a really bad flare-up that month on my breasts. And it was really bad, like the size of a golf ball. Like, the skin disorder is called hidradenitis suppurativa, and just look it up if you would like to. I'm not going to go into detail in this video about that. But I just thought I had a really bad infection in it. And I was like, no way. Like, I'm probably should go to get seen, but I'm gonna just see if it does what it's supposed to do, like it usually does when it gets really bad like that. But in between that, I had a OBGYN appointment to make sure I could get a pap smear, make sure everything was cleared out, and to make sure, you know, if I do start trying again, what we could do. And I had my doctor's appointment scheduled for like, you know, long enough to where I was like, okay, I'm not trying to switch my schedule around. And so I made the appointment, and the day came, and I went to the doctor, my OB, and they're like, oh, she's at the other location. You're gonna have to go there. I'm like, what? Why isn't she? She's like, she also has another location that she does. I was like, okay, well, can anybody see me today? I've kind of been waiting to have one of these appointments. And the girl looked it up, and she was like, okay, yeah, well, you'll be seen, like, sit down and we'll come get you. And they called me pretty quick, and I was like, oh my gosh. And first thing that threw me off was this nurse who was so rude. And she was like, yeah, we had to get you in because she has to go ahead and do a surgery, so we need to get you out the way. And I was like, oh, okay, so definitely not going to be able to ask any questions or make sure I'm good. But it was like an annual, so I was like, okay, anybody can do a pap smear. So then I went in there, and that experience was just horrible because I told her I kind of wasn't taking my medicine like I was supposed to. And the nurse was like, well, you're going to die. She was just horrible. But, but the doctor came in and even had to apologize on her behalf. She was like, she's very dramatic. I was like, yeah, no doubt, because she was just like too much. But I went in and they did not do a pregnancy test. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's just real fast. And she did my pap smear, and then they talked to me to death about some genetic testing though, because my family has a long history of breast cancer. I'm like, I don't even really want to talk about this, but okay. But since I do have a high risk, I went ahead and got that done too. And then I went home. But the next day, I had like the next morning, I woke up and I was in really pain. And I told Anthony, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like really, really bad. Like maybe this is my period about to start. And I was like, maybe this is the infection from my chest. I need to go somewhere maybe. And I just started cramping really bad. Like I got in the shower with my clothes on and just had the hot water run on me. I was like, I'm in pain. I'm in pain. Like, what is this? But then it kind of subsided. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm okay. I have a high pain. The doctor even said, I'll tell you, one of the doctors said I had a high pain tolerance. So that's probably why I wasn't feeling like I had to go to the doctor immediately. But now I know if something ever is hurting like that again, it's time to go. So then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good. It's riding off. And he's like, you sure you want to go to the doctor? I'm like, I'm good. It's probably just my period. And then I started, bleeding. So I was like, oh, it is my period. Duh, Whitney. Hi. This was it. That was some horrible cramps. It must be the miscarriage from last month. But then that night, I got really hot. I had a fever. I just was telling him, like, I'm not feeling good. I need to go to the doctor for sure. I was like, I have an infection. Like, I just knew for sure. My skin disorder has my body infected. I could get septic and I could die. I was like, I have to go now. So we went to the emergency room and we waited hours and hours and hours. When I say like hours, I didn't get seen till like 4 a.m. We got there at like 12:30 a.m. And we were just waiting and waiting to the point where I was like, you know what? It's kind of going away. I'm going to just go home and maybe I'll come back tomorrow if it's good. So we were in the car and the nurse, we see the triage lady come back and she's like, first of all, you never even see people run after you. So I was like, what is going on here? Maybe they can see me real fast. And the nurse ran down to Anthony's side of the car and we were like, is everything okay? She was like, are you sure you're not pregnant? And I'm like, there's just no way. I just had a miscarriage last month. No. She's like, well, your pregnancy test came back positive. And me and Anthony are like, no. There's just absolutely no way that is a thing right now. That's just not a thing. So they took us back immediately when she saw that. After that, no more waiting. And they're like, we first just want to do an ultrasound, and then we'll talk about your breast. They weren't even concerned about my breast anymore, what I came in for. They were concerned that, okay, this girl's probably pregnant and something may be going on. So they took me back, and then I had a vaginal ultrasound, and they didn't talk the whole time for that, I guess, because the ultrasound techs can't talk to you. But they were like, okay, we're going to take you back and you're going to wait here for a little bit. And then after that, they came back and they was like, okay, we need to bring you to this room. And they're like, okay, follow me and bring your things. And me and Anthony are like, oh God, what is this? And they take me to the, like, actual, like, the hospital rooms. Not like a hospital room, but like it has the clear window, hospital bed. Like you about to get prepped for something. You're probably staying for a little bit today. And the nurse who ran after us was crying so hard. And she was like, I'm so sorry, but you have an ectopic pregnancy. And I wish this was so different for you. And it was just, me and Anthony was just like, no, there's no way. So that was the third time that it happened. And this time, they had to do an emergency surgery because there was bleeding in my stomach. So they had to go ahead and to remove this ectopic pregnancy, they had to remove my right tube. So right now I only have one tube, my left one. So that left one's going to make us a rainbow baby for sure. I already know God has a plan. But yes, the third one. And we didn't even know that we were pregnant. So, needless to say, we are on a trying to conceive journey. And we know it's going to come one day. We just know God is going to bless us for sure. But he doesn't give his hardest battles. I mean, he gives his hardest battles to his toughest soldiers. So I'm a tough soldier. Even we're tough soldiers over here, okay? This is one of them type of armies. But yeah, we're on a trying to conceive journey. I'm kind of nervous still to probably even get pregnant again, because of course I'm going to have that anxiety in the back of my mind now. But I just wanted to let you guys know that is what type of journey I'm on right now, or what we're on right now. I found a new OB/GYN because why didn't you guys try to have a pregnancy test during my pap smear, and maybe we could avoid it, losing a right tube, and just take that mexyltrexate to try to expel it. But hey, I guess that just wasn't in the plans. So I say we're going to start this journey soon again. I said we're going to start it again because today I went to the doctor and I went to go see my new OB, and he is a man and he was really nice. And I have this nice vitamin concoction from my family I'm going to take. I need to get my weight together, of course. That's always one of the prime suspects. And of course, take my other medications for my pre-diabetes and my high blood pressure. So yeah, we're going to go on this journey, and I'm going to take you guys with us. We're going to take you guys with us because Anthony is very supportive. I have an amazing husband that I don't know what I would do without him. And if he wasn't by my side during this thing, oh my gosh. But I know we're going to be blessed with our beautiful, healthy rainbow baby. I'm going to be able to experience being a pregnant lady past 6 weeks. Totally past 6 weeks, because that's the longest they've ever lasted. That's my longest one. I knew it was 6 weeks. we're gonna be full term over here when that time comes. So I'm going to take y'all on the journey with me. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You can put them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, give it a fat thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Either this video will be on Whitney's YouTube channel or it will be on the Awesome Couple Anthony and I's YouTube channel, but I think I might just keep that family oriented, and I'm really thinking about doing my own personal journey, and I can take you on these doctor's visits, and I can tell you what's next up in the next video I make. So thank you guys, we really appreciate it.